What's up, guys? It's your boy, the king of digital real estate. My name is Nick Wood, and I'm going to be talking about a niche that I have tested in multiple markets, and we're going to be doing a deep dive. I've done this a couple of times. I really like this. I think people enjoy it, and if you enjoy it, let me know if there's any niches you want me to break down in future videos like this. Just drop it in the old comments, and I'll tell you first and foremost, if I have not personally done that niche, I'm not going to speak on it. I can give you my thoughts and say, here's why I think it will work or why it won't, but I'm not going to go and have this big opinion on something I have not done. So the niche today is something I have tested. It's something I've got multiple sites in. I'm going to give you my verdict at the end. The niche we're going to be talking about today in the niche deep dive is dumpster rental. Okay, dumpster rental. If you guys have not heard of this niche, maybe you're out of the country, maybe you're just not familiar. This is where if you've ever been to a construction site and you are right in front of the house, especially with new builds, but a lot of times with remodels, they have those huge dumpsters, right? Typically they're massive and they're sitting in front of the house and the construction guys are just dumping stuff into them, okay? Essentially what this service is you can go and you can rent these dumpsters. The company will come and drop them off in front of the house. They will let you fill it up. They will come and collect it. They will charge you a fee, okay? So I have done, like I said, I've done this. I actually have some current clients right now that are paying me for my leads in a couple different cities. I think I have one in Texas. I have one in Arkansas. But I want to give you the pros and cons, okay? Here's a couple of things that I like about dumpster rental and why I decided to test out this niche, okay? Number one reason that I like dumpster rental is every city, let me repeat that, every city is going to have dumpster rental volume. There's always going to be demand because there's construction going on everywhere. Now, I know there's probably some little Timbuktu spot like I grew up where there's 60 people. Mine was 2,000, but maybe there's 60 people and there's not a house being built. But if you're looking at it, let's say a 30,000 and above city, there's going to be some type of demand for dumpster rental. So I like that. I like that there is volume no matter what part of the country you're in. Now, if you're out of the country, I don't know if this is something that people are doing outside of the country. I cannot confirm that, so I cannot speak on that just yet, okay? The other thing I like about this niche is you're going to find, this is kind of like the kind of like the trucking industry where there's these call centers that kind of like dispatch companies. And so what you're going to find is they're these big conglomerate companies that basically they go and they work with all the different, like they go and rank their website. They're kind of a lead generation themselves. They'll even buy leads from other companies. They bring the leads in and then they kind of commoditize it, right? So they'll have somebody will call into their website, their phone number, they have a call center, and the person at the call center will be like, okay, what are you looking for? And then they will have contracts with all the local companies and they'll just kind of, okay, let me get you a dumpster rental. They're kind of they are a middleman, but here's the thing is they take a big chunk. And so the reason I'm saying I like that is because if you find the right company, you find the right business owner, they're gonna complain about it. They're gonna say, yeah, I'm buying leads from, and I can't even remember some of these companies that do this, but hey, I'm buying leads from XYZ company, which is phenomenal because they don't love it. Okay, it kind of reminds me of like when people complain about some of the other lead generation services, right? Like Home Advisor, like Thumbtack, like Angie's List, right? So I like those two things. Those are really good things. Those are things I like about this niche. Okay, now let me tell you about the things that I don't like. Number one, first and foremost, is it's low ticket. Okay, why do I not like low ticket? Because even if it's low ticket, high volume like towing, it takes a lot of leads to get to a point where you can charge $1,500 and up, okay? Because you have to make this make sense. You have to make this make sense to the business owner on paper. Or if you guys want to check out our free tool, whatisaleadworth.com, you can check it out over there. I do not make any money on that. It's one of my students in my Digital Landlords program that created that. Shout out to you, bro, if you watch this video. Go check it out. But you have to make this make sense. The customer is going to have to make sense of this. They're going to have to see an ROI or they are going to cancel at some point. And because it's low ticket and because I like to have my deals be at least $1,500 minimum, I just don't like it, okay? You have to get too many leads and there's too many moving parts and too many to keep track of and too many to mess up for me to be that interested. So the low ticket thing for me is honestly a really big deal, okay? With the low ticket piece, because it's low ticket, by default, there's not a lot of margin, right? If you have a $100 service, which in the case of dumpster rental, it's closer to 350 to like 750, or if they get multiple, you can get into the 1,000, but that's not super common. The lower the ticket, the slimmer the margin, typically, right? With some exception, like the reason that I do some duct cleaning deals is because duct cleaning might only be $500, but guess what? The margin is like ridiculous because all they have to do is pay the labor. So duct cleaning can work. But the margins are so slim because they have the gas and they have the truck and they have the person that has to go haul it out and they have to pay for the actual dumpster rentals themselves. It's just really hard to justify that higher retainer. So that the low ticket and the slim margin, for me, it makes it like I'm just not interested, okay? The next thing is because a dumpster rental, one dumpster rental to the next dumpster rental to the next dumpster rental to the next dumpster rental is basically the same, right? You're not getting that much difference, like pretty much none at all, except for maybe your service that you're dealing with, the person you're talking to on the phone. Because of this, it's a commodity. And so what this means, this is very, very, very important you guys understand this. What this means is that people are like, I know in every industry to some degree people are price shopping. You could argue that, right? But in this specific industry, people are really, really, really price shopping. They are literally getting on the phone and they're like, how much are you charging? The size that I want is this 10 by 20. How much do you charge? Okay, cool. And how quick could you get it out? Boom, decision made. Okay? So why do I not like that? I do not like that because I just said I like the fact that these call centers have commoditized it. So I like it on that front, but in the same breath, I don't like it because what it means is customers are making their decision over the phone based on price. So if the person that you work with does not answer the phone, you're losing the deal. If the person that you work with does not know how to talk to someone on the phone, you're losing the deal. If the person you're working with has a price that's higher than everybody else and is not good at sales over the phone, you're done. You're done, you're done, you're done. Why am I saying you're done? Because as I always say, if your customer, don't care what you're selling, if it's ICE, SEO, software, Fresca, okay, well, yeah, Fresca, I don't know about Fresca, but if you're talking to business owners, if your customer, if you're selling to businesses, does not make money, they will eventually cancel. So you can send somebody 100 leads a month, but if they're not closing jobs, they will cancel on you at some point, whether it's next month, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. And I'm not looking for somebody to be with me for 6 months. I'm not looking for somebody to be with me 12 months. I'm looking for somebody that wants to be with me for 12 freaking years that I can crush it for. I can make them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and they can pay me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. That's what I'm looking for, okay? So for these reasons, especially that last one, which I really, really, really do not like. And it's kind of similar with towing where it's like inventory matters, right? That's another thing I didn't even mention is inventory does matter. Let's say you send them 10 extra leads 1 week, but they're out of inventory. Well, they don't close the jobs. Well, guess what? They're going to consider that they're not going to think about that when they go and complain about your leads. They're going to go, oh, I only closed 5. And for you to even find out that they didn't close an extra 10 because they didn't have any inventory, any extra dumpster rentals, you're going to have to listen to all of those calls. It's too many moving pieces. It's too low ticket. There's too much writing on the business owner to close the deal. I'm out. I got 2 sites. I've got clients for those 2 sites. I'm going to keep the 2 sites. I'll always keep the 2 sites. But for me, your boy, Nick Wood, AKA the king of digital real estate, I am out on this niche. If you guys want to run it, you guys want to try it, that's on you. But you heard it here, guys. I am not a fan of this niche. You will not catch me building more sites. And if you would like to take my advice and just avoid it entirely, then go ahead. But as always, don't freaking trust me, man, lady. Just try it.